I'm here with Mr. Basilio. He's been kind enough to let me interview him. Alright, I'm going to ask you questions about the economic plans from the presidential debate. Alright, first question. What do you think about the economy in its current state?
I think that the economy is in a very fragile state because a lot of decisions are being made not about people but from greed. And when you make decisions out of greed, it creates an tense environment, and there's only a small amount of people who are benefiting from decisions being made out of greed. A mother said to me at one of my Peace Flag in the Wind events, she said, I shouldn't have to choose between a gallon of gas and a gallon of milk.
Alright, second question. Do you think we're laundering too much money? As in giving too much money to the banks without them giving us anything back?
Absolutely. I mean, if any one of us didn't do their job, we wouldn't walk away with a $2 million, $3 million, $4 million bonus. So why should anybody else? The rules of the universe apply to all, black, white, Asian, everybody.
Alright, next question. Do you think everybody should be taxed the same no matter how much money you have or make a year?
Why should there be any difference? I mean, should be taxed the same no matter how much money. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a tough one.
Alright. 4. In your opinion, is our tax money being put into good use?
Being that teachers haven't gotten a raise in 5 years, being that they just built a $500 million stadium at the Marlins, and use that money that's supposed to go towards education towards that, and as an art teacher, I don't get $1 for this program. I'm going to say that I don't agree. $175 million a day, by the way, on war. Did you know that? $175 million a day on war. But yet we don't have a pen or a pencil for art class or to buy an instrument for music class. So I think that's your answer.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. 5. What do you think about the commercial that Romney or Obama has trying to convey the...
well, I just... there's some billboards that are on 95, and it's a photoshopped fake picture of President Obama that is bowing to
a Muslim?
Yes. Okay. And it's not true. It's not a realistic portrayal. So, I mean, I don't remember ever seeing it get that ugly or hasty in my years.
Yeah, Photoshop. Number 6. What do you think about the election in general?
What do I think about the election in general? I think that the election in general is a privilege to have in this country. I think that there are people who are killing around the world and who would die to be able to have a say to vote. So I think we all have to put all that aside, whether you're Republican or Democrat or Independent, and see that as a privilege.
Alright, 8. Do you think our nation, other nations or countries are looking down on us due to our economic troubles? Like, you know, we're supposed to be the United Nations, one of the leaders of the United Nations, and we have to protect other countries in trouble.
Yeah, well, I think that we need to, put that a little inward towards our own people who are suffering and who, I mean, I know I'd like to have a little bit of money to be able to buy an art supply for my students.
Sure.
And to feed our people. But
yeah, that's weird. 9. In your opinion, do you believe the percentages and numbers both candidates are proposing are true?
I think that the truth gets altered to have them presented the way that they want to. You can put a spin on anything in a way and alter the facts to go with your motive or your train of thought. And that's why I stand very firmly in the middle, and I look between both and to see why are they saying this, and why do they want us to believe this, for both sides.
That's good. Independency.
Yeah.
Number 10, what do you think if they did away with Medicare?
When I was in middle school, I had my middle school teacher said, with Social Security and Medicare, she said, do you think when I pay into this, there's a little box that says Mrs. Cardozo, that was her name, that there's a little box of Medicare that says Mrs. Cardozo's money and this is my Social Security, and that the little box is going to be there when I'm older. So she thought the same thing that's happening now.
I never thought of it.
Yeah, like she said, do you think there's a little box? And I was going to 7th grade.
Yeah,
that was 7th grade, I remember, because she was my 7th grade teacher. And that always stayed with me, obviously, because here I'm saying it 20 years later or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I think about that too. I think if there's a little box for Medicare or my retirement